asked you guys to send me any Hytale related questions and also any personal questions or anything that you want to know about me. So this is that video. Well, hello good people, it's your favorite son of Orbis, Mr. Passion here, and welcome back to another video. Today is a long forgotten 1000 subscribers special that I never did, or at least I'm making this the 1000 subscriber special that I never did, and it's going to be a Q&A. And you know what, without further ado, I would rather just jump straight into it. So let's go ahead and check the questions. I'm going to start with Discord. Shameless plug. If you're not part of my Discord, link in the description, by the way. The first question I got is from Realmanox, and he asked, who do you look forward to playing Hytale with? I could say I would look forward to playing with everyone, like everyone I know now and everyone I'm going to meet. But if I'm to go into the specifics, I would love to play with some of my fellow other content creators, some that I've gotten to know personally, some that I just would like to play with. But of course, I would like to play with Quebec Corner, Canadian Flash, of which I already played with these people on the Continental SMP. Pretty much Redunes, Exodus, you know, and pretty much if you look at the Continental SMP, all the creators, all the artists that are in the Continental SMP, I would really love to play with them. Yeah, I hope that answers your question. The next question is is from EFS3. The reason why I'm laughing is because the question is a silly one. He asks, are you real? If yes, prove it. Well, you can hear my voice right now, so that means I'm pretty real. Do I sound like an AI? Like, do those even exist? Are there like channels that are run by AI or stuff? I think they are, but I've really not thought about that. Anyways, yeah, but I am real. I'm a human being. Yeah, and Mr. Passion. Yep. So, next question. This is from Archie, one of the admins on my server, and he says, where do I find inspiration for my buildings? Well, depending on what you are asking for, particularly. If you're referring to my Hytale related buildings, of course, I find them from Hytale, from Hytale screenshots and concept art, and I build them from that. Of course, there's a bit of speculation on how they would look in the interior because we don't see much of that, but that's where I get most of the concepts from. I'm yet to move to creating my own, and that will mostly happen when Hytale is released. All right. The next question is from Isaac Keto. Isaac Keto is one of my dedicated loyal members of my community. So I do not take that for granted. Thank you, Isaac. But he asks, do you plan to play or even create Hytale adventure maps, and how can servers and the community appropriate this? Well, of course, I plan to play maps, adventure maps particularly. I feel like the Hytale adventure maps are going to be very different from the way Minecraft adventure maps have been, you know, because of the extensive modding scene. Yeah, but I also plan on creating adventure maps. More like I plan on creating custom maps in which mods are going to be played out. Like if I have a mod, a particular type of mod that I'm working on, I would create as a map for it, so to speak, you know, because the modification would be like if you created your own kind of game within Hytale, and then you create your own, you build your own map instead of having the traditional Orbis. You have something of the sort. That is it. I hope that answers that question. I will create adventure maps. I will also play adventure maps. The other question is, how can servers and communities and the community appropriate this? Well, that's kind of pretty straightforward. The community appropriates it by playing the maps. If the map is very popular, maybe it can be featured on different YouTube channels. Or for servers, I think about the server thing will work mostly on the mod side. If you created a particular type of map to play at a certain mod, or like a modification to the story, or like your own created storyline, which is just basically developed within the Hytale engine, with Hytale assets, and then of course servers can do that. The next question is from Ultima, and he or she asks, what inspired you to turn Hytale builds into Minecraft builds? Well, truth is, it's my hype or my my undying love for Hytale, because I had constantly seen updates from the game since the trailer, and I always thought of doing something about it, but by that time I was already thinking. By the time I was already doing Minecraft building, and that is where I felt I'm most comfortable creating content in. And then I thought about how I can get into the space of creating Hytale content, because that's what I want to do in the future, but doing what I do now. So I figured the best way, since they were both sandbox games that you pretty much use blocks to build, I just thought of I just thought of trying to replicate what I see in the trailer, in the screenshots and concept art in Minecraft with blocks, and that is basically the process as to what led me to that the creating Hytale builds in Minecraft. He also asked another question: do I have salt in my toothpaste? No, I don't have salt in my toothpaste. Though I have had someone tell me at some point that if you do not have toothpaste, you can use salt. Like, I don't know, maybe you are at a camp or something, you are at a camping trip, and then you decide to you forgot your toothpaste but you have salt. Maybe you could use salt on your toothbrush. And I actually did this as a kid. I used to put like, I remember when we would go for school trips or camping trips as a school, and then we would forget like some of that essential stuff. So you'd use salt. I don't know, for some reason guys had salt and they didn't have toothpaste, which is a strange thing. So we'd use salt put on our toothbrushes. We would wet the toothbrush and brush with that. I do not know if it works. I do not even know if it's scientifically proven, but probably, I guess. Let me move to my Twitter now. So on Twitter, the first question I got is from Fierce Toast, another guy that I would love to play with. Is a dear friend of mine. He asks me, pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? I feel like this is very controversial, but we all know pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Only in Hawaii does that make sense, but anywhere else, no. So yeah, okay. Please don't cancel me or something, please, guys. And the next question is from Happy Lima. I also love Happy Lima's creations. Is a wonderful artist. How long have you been building in Minecraft, and how did you learn to get such great cinematic video? So those are two questions in one. The first question is, I have been building for like about 4 years. Before, I was just helping out different server creators, friends that are creating servers, and they would want like a server spawn area. I would play on different servers and we would build. Also, so that's basically what I was doing. At some point, to try to do building for commissions. It's really not as popular now as it was back in the day, but I tried to do that also for a while, and it just helped me get good at doing that. And it also showed me that my largest interest in Minecraft is, I love the adventure aspects of it, but I love to build. So there's that. And how did I learn to get such cinematic video? Well, I'm also a graphic designer on the side, so I also dabble in video creation. Of course, I'm creating videos on YouTube, but actual videos creation. So I just take those skills and then use a tool called replay mode. Yes, I use the replay mode, which is a mode for Minecraft that allows you to have literally a camera in game. So you record yourself as you play, and then you can go in the post edit. You go into the post editing and move the camera how you want it to move, such that you get good video. Then add a bit of music, add a bit of good cutting and editing to create, that feel. So that's basically how I did it. There's a lot of skills that came from me having to do video for clients as a designer. At least in my country, graphic designers tend to cross a lot of the boundaries. You find them in photography and video. So I ended up having those skills, and then I apply them to using the replay mode, because it's basically me moving with the camera inside the game. Well, the next question is from Mine, also another wonderful content creator. This is why I love the Hytale community. Anyways, and he asks, what are your inspirations? I guess you're asking my inspirations in general, when it comes to content creation, I really can't say that one particular person inspired me. I started content creation a while back, like 5 years back. I had a channel that was called Passion Legacy Tech. It was a tech channel, but the circumstances I was in could not allow me to run a tech channel successfully because getting gadgets was a bit difficult and things like that. So I decided to I decided to quit that channel and just move on. Then I later on picked up interest. I mean, around the same time, I picked up interest in building and I had played Minecraft before, but I just used to build, and I picked up interest in building, and here we are. That is, but in general, I used to watch a lot of MKBHD, who's a tech YouTuber, and Mr. Who's the Boss, and those inspired me to create content. But when it came to Minecraft, there was the weirdest thing is the guy that got me into building a lot in Minecraft was a certain YouTube channel called The Weirder Dude, where he would do this pro versus god versus hacker level builds, and in each stage he's advancing, and I was like, oh man, you can do so much with Minecraft. So to me, it was kind of like, whoa, this is like a software. I kind of thought of it like a graphic design software, like in Illustrator, where you can come up with something from scratch. Yeah, that's how I started seeing Minecraft, and eventually I got into playing the game and building, basically. Now, when it comes to creating content for Hytale specifically, of course, Quebec Corner is a very big inspiration. Canadian Flash, was a very big inspiration in the beginning. Because actually, Canadian Flash has a video where he was literally telling people to create content. I think even Quebec Corner did. And then on top of that, I have almost every other Hytale YouTuber that I watch. They inspire me in some way. Like, I could list out for any Hytale YouTuber that I would claim I would watch. There's some things about them that I really like, that I would like to incorporate in my own videos. So I hope that answers your question, mine. Yeah. The next question is from Bulldog, and he asks, "Where are you from?" So I got this question a lot, and I think I also got it on my community tab, and I'm just going to answer it at once. The other question I got on my community tab was from Martin, and he says, "Can you give a simple explanation of about your life besides YouTube, school, country?" So I'm going to answer both at once. I am from Africa, actually. Particularly, I'm from the eastern part of Africa, a country called Uganda. It's a really small country. It's landlocked. It is home to the source of one of the longest rivers in the world, probably the longest, which is the River Nile, and it is also the host to one of the biggest lakes in the world, which is Lake Victoria. Yeah. I mean, you could Google up Uganda. There's a lot about it, good and bad. It's generally a good place, at least for me. Nice weather, and I live in the city pretty much. It's the capital city called Kampala. That's where I live. As of now, I work as a graphic designer. I work freelance, and I'm also working for a particular company. That's my daytime job, and then I'm building my YouTube channel. Slowly by slowly, we'll eventually get there, and hopefully someday I can now switch to focusing on YouTube in general. I do not go to school. I went to school. I actually did college. I got done with that. I'm actually 25 years of age, so that would explain why I'm done with college and all that. I just actually made 25 recently. Yeah. I think I've told you about the country. I've told you about the school. Basically, that's what I do in real life. I do graphic design. I also am into illustration. If you did not know, actually have released a couple of things in my Discord channel. You could actually find a tab for the art I've done. It's mostly vector illustration and vector graphic illustration, because that's what I like to do. but I've also released some on my Twitter, so you can also check that out. I guess that answers that question. The next question is from Frinziest, also a dear friend of mine. He's asking, am I a Dream stan? Man. Okay, so I've enjoyed watching Dream's content before. I don't watch it that often. I've enjoyed watching it before, especially the manhunts where he does crazy things in Minecraft. They just blow my mind. I'm like, whoa, you know. I remember watching the first video I watched with my brother. We all were like, what? And like, we're like, how do you think of doing that? You know, it was. But I'm not. I can't say I'm a stan. I'm only a stan for Suavi. Suavi, hit me up. I'm a stan. I'm actually. Yeah, that's the only person I'm a stan for. But Dream, yeah, nah. I couldn't say I'm a stan. I do not necessarily. I don't follow the Dream SMP, so I don't think I qualify to even say I'm a stan. Yeah. Because of the questions I had from my Twitter, let me move to my YouTube community tab, and let's get the questions from there. So, the first question I have from my YouTube community tab is from Passion Gaming. Did you copy? Anyways, he asks, or she, Passion Gaming asks, which other content creator do you watch and consider underrated? Okay, so I watch a lot of content creators, mostly Hytale content creators. Of course, Minecraft I do, but mostly Hytale content creators. And the ones I consider underrated, well, Fiestos, ever since he got his new microphone, I guess he has really upped his game, and I like the videos he's making. I like Suavi because I'm a stan, I already told you that. Exodus Ablaze, he's really been going up, you know, and I think he really deserves a lot more subscribers than he has, to be honest. Redunes, because Redunes is just funny. It's Redunes, and there's some other guys. I watch a lot of smaller other content creators, like High Nano. Let me quickly check my subscriptions tab because I'm subscribed to many of them. By the Royal Manox, that I like. I also like Royal Manox. I really think he's underrated. Also, Royal Manox. Okay, Blue. Blue inspired me a lot. Especially, I like his editing style. So, yeah, there's that. Swag Bastion, because he gives the heat. Peep makes me laugh. So, just like Redunes does, Peep makes me laugh. Jamie, that's Jumbo. He's also great. I like his videos, but he's getting up there, and I like that. I like that about him. Yeah, about his channel. I like that he's going somewhere. And there's some other guys that I really expect to blow up. Guys like Stingray's, Hytale. There are quite a number of small guys. I may not mention you, Gillan. I may not mention them right now, but they are. I'm very sure they're going to blow up. I'm just excited to see all of them, go up and succeed in the different fields in which they're going to be doing Hytale stuff. Yeah. So the next question I have is from D. D is also another passionate person about Hytale. I like his support. I see him in a lot of comment sections for many creators. So thank you, D. Thank you for supporting all the Hytale content creators you support, and myself included, of course. So you asked me, hey, Mr. Passion, what's the story behind your character / avatar? So, well, my avatar is pretty much the personality. It is my alter ego, you could say. It's how I think of myself in regards to the world. And actually the character kind of pretty much looks like me, with the curly hair and the goatee, but most importantly the crown. The crown that I'm wearing has 2 crystals in it. I'm a prince, so the crown I'm wearing is kind of not like so kingly. It's kind of like just a band, with crystal, with those jewels in it, which is to show that I'm a prince. And even the outfit I'm wearing, some people asked me about the outfit. Yeah, the outfit I'm wearing is modeled after the old English, I think, dress code for nobles. That not nobles, but royalty. The way they used to dress, they would dress like that with very fancy looking clothes. So I'm wearing a blue, I don't know what they call it, top. I'm forgetting what they call that, and then a belt. With the yellows are basically golden strips. The clothing is golden line, and then just trousers and black boots. So yeah, the story behind my character is pretty much that. It's just my alter ego. It's me expressing myself, in how I think about myself, and how I want my character to look in Hytale and everywhere else, basically. Because he's a prince, and in the case of Hytale and Orbis, he's the lost prince of Orbis. Martin asked a second question: what are the plans of this for this channel, or the future plans for this channel? Well, it's obvious I'm going to be creating Hytale content. I'm going to be doing a lot of tutorial content for the Hytale tools, especially the building tools, but also the cinematic tools for Hytale. And in that, I also want to create. I hope to create a machinima, and I'm in the plans of. I'm setting up something that I hope to become bigger in the future, which is basically going to be a mod studio, similar to how Hypixel Studios is right now, but it's going to be a mod studio, but for Hytale, because I have a certain mod idea that I want to do. So I plan on making mods like mod creation that I'll feature on the channel, and of course building content that is tutorial content on how to use the tools, how to use the cinematic tools, how to use the building tools, how to build stuff, and of course I'm going to have a let's play, of course a playthrough of the game, as everyone else should, I guess, a playthrough of the game. And in the future, machinimas and modding, those are kind of like those are far ahead in the future, but the earlier kind of content is going to be around that, pretty much Hytale content as of now. Yeah, I don't think it's feasible for me to continue doing Minecraft content. I have done a lot of it, and I was doing a lot of it, but it's not until I switched to Hytale related content that I started seeing growth on my channel. Because I wanted to do Hytale related content anyways, I figured that's the route I'm going to be taking. Another question: in my opinion, what are the best Minecraft builder tools besides World Edit, and how do I think builder tools could be improved? Okay, well, first of all, I think Minecraft loses a lot with or lost a lot with the only building tool they gave the game is it basically being creative, and now having to rely on World Edit, which is a mod that is not necessarily owned by the company, by Mojang itself. I think Hytale has shown how builder tools should be done for a game. First of all, by incorporating them straight into the game. Like in Minecraft Creative, we should have the ability to copy and paste things, to be honest, but I mean, I understand they are building as they go, and there's already a mod for it. I honestly believe World Edit is the best. I've not used Voxel Sniper, because I see you asked about Voxel Sniper. I've not used Voxel Sniper personally, because World Edit pretty much does it well. And when it comes to large-scale terrain creation, I mean, you could use World Edit, but I used to use World Painter, which is pretty much good enough, when it comes to creating terrain. But how it could be improved, Hytale shows it, like simple things like in Hytale you can see there's a functioning highlight. I mean, there's a highlighting function when you are going to place a thing down. I mean, World Edit doesn't have that. You kind of have to guess where you're placing it. There's even quick terrain creation. I think you just create drop shapes. I really think there'll be even drag and drop, because we see that in the trailer. The person just drags and drops a hill, and it automatically just forms, and you don't have to be very meticulous with how you make the thing, like in World Painter or World Edit. And that, guys, pretty much wraps it up, I guess. Those are all the questions I got so far. If you have any more questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be hanging out there and answering all the questions you guys have. concerning Hytale or me. It seems people had more interest in me as a person, and I understand that. That's actually my pleasure. Yeah. So until next time, guys. Bye for now.